Now here again white must consider the move e5, trying to create a breakthrough, and suppose after takes, now comes knight to d7, and after bishop to e4, now you can see that white has a strong bishop pairs placed on a very active square, and which gives a significant amount of advantage to white. But in the actual game, after knight to c6, here white done a mistake by playing queen to d2. And now I just want you all to pause the video and try to find the next move played by Carlsen. In this position, Carlsen sacrificed his knight by knight takes d4. This is because after takes, and now comes e5, and you can see that black will gain back his piece. And you can see that now Carlsen is threatening to play b5, which targets this light square bishop. That's why here white decides to bring back his bishop to b3. Okay, so this move f3 by white opens the f2 square for this bishop, where it can go if black plays c5 in future. Now it's better for white to just go back to f2, keeping this active bishop in the game, but white done a mistake by giving up his bishop. And after this exchange, you can see that Magnus queen is developed to a very active square. Okay, so now it's better for white to just play g3, generating some escaping square for this king, but he made a mistake by playing rook to f1, because now Carlsen decides to play rook to a2, but it's better to place this rook to the a3, which pins this pawn. And here Carlsen is preparing for c4, which targets this queen, and the best way to defend this is simply knight to e3, but again he made a mistake by playing f5. Okay, and after takes, now it's better for white to just capture this pawn with the rook, but he decides to capture this with the pawn, which is a slight inaccurate move. That's a mistake by white. It's better to just bring this king to g2 and then h3, providing it more safer square. But yeah, after this Carlsen plays d5. But here instead of playing d5, Carlsen can also play rook to a1, which attacks this knight. And if white defends this with the king, by suppose if king to e2 or king to d2, then you can see that black will give a check from a2 square and grab this pawn. And suppose if knight to f2, then bishop takes c3, and you can see that black will be a pawn up. Okay, so in the actual game, after the move d5, here black can also capture this pawn, but Carlsen decides to just push this further. And in this position, Amin resigned. This is your host Bison signing off. Bye bye.